use Eazy Bot. And really, that's the star of our show. We love our product, but more than that, we love the people who use our product. And if you've heard the story of Eazy Bot, you know that it was born from a place of wanting to serve and help others, and to come up with a solution that allowed people to confidently be able to trade and operate in this really challenging crypto space. And so today, you guys, every one of you who are on this call, you make up that community. You make up the users that we think about, we care about, that we work hard for every day. And that's really what separates Eazy Bot from everyone else, is that today on the Friday, May 27th, the CEO of this company is going to spend the next hour or so with you talking about his product, answering questions, being transparent with you. And that is a unique experience that you get to find in the crypto space. And so we're really, really very, very proud to represent Eazy Bot as a product, but we're also very proud to represent the community and the people that we serve in this community. So without any further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce our CEO and the visionary behind Eazy Bot. Eazy Bot was born and exists today because Mohammed looked for a solution that really mattered to him, to serve the people that mattered to him. And he labored at that solution for 4 to 6 weeks, using his expertise as an engineer and his love for numbers, and really dialed in a strategy that anybody could use to consistently earn and make profits in crypto. And when the platform he was testing it on wasn't good enough, he went out on a search to find a platform, a technology that could accommodate his amazing strategy. And the combination of those two things is where Eazy Bot was born. And so without any further ado, Mohammed Ali is going to join us here. We're going to go into a live account, and then we'll come back after he goes through whatever is important to what you'd like to share with us today, Mohammed, and we'll come back and we'll do a Q&A session, and we'll take any questions and answers. So we're going to ask you guys, do us a favor while Mohammed's talking, just so that we don't have any distractions in the chat. Do us a favor, just hold all your questions until the end. If you want to just jot them down so that we're not distracted during the presentation, and then we'll come back and we'll do a Q&A session with you. All right, Mohammed, how are you today, sir?
Hey, David. Yeah, I'm fine. All good.
All right.
Thank you, everyone on the call.
Ball is yours, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'll just take this, I'll start from what we stopped last time. We were reviewing one account and specifically one coin. So I'm just going to go back to that specific account and do a little bit of analysis of the last 2 weeks and see what happened, what was the new things happened in that account while the market is still down. Still the market is down, it's not come up. So let's get into it. I'm just going to share my screen right now of that account. And here you go. Yeah. So if you guys remember, these are the coins that this account's been trading. And this account was started with 81,000 USDT, spread it among 10 coins. I just did one thing here just for you to know. The funds which were in TRX, I split that into two, and I put another 50% in this one. So I split like 4,000 something, just to have kind of more diversifying of the funds. So we put 4,600 here, 4,600 here into a new coin. So this is a new coin, that's why the profit is kind of low. So don't worry about that. Let's get back to the coin that we were discussing yesterday. If you remember the AAVE, this is the trade that was started on a really high market, and then the market went down. And right now the market actually went down to lesser than more than 70% drop in this coin, 71.1% to be precise. And if you see, this is the same trade that we opened last time. When we started on 3rd of April, the price was 251. Right now the price is 94. The lowest point of the market of this coin was let's just get to this. Was 72.4. So that means this coin specifically went down to more than 71.1% down the market, and the Eazy Bot was still trading and making profit, and trading and making small profits, trading, making small profits, trading, making profit. Let's look at today specifically how many trades happened in this coin by Eazy Bot. Okay, so 27, 27, 27 up to here. So let's count them together and see how many trades we had. Okay, okay, starting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where is it here? Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So today, 21 trades happened in this coin. And these are the profits that were made. If you see here, 1.6 USDT, this 0.8, 0.7, 0.9, 1.3, and 1.3, and then you have 1.8, 1.5. As you remember last time, we did analysis of one of those movements. We found out why in some of them it's showing like more 1.8, in some of them it's just like 0.9 or 0.7. It's because basically this is how Eazy Bot is programmed. When the market is shooting high, it's not going to close here. It's going to close at the highest point because it used the retracement, profit retracement of 0.5%. So let's just get the Excel sheet and make analysis in this and see where is the average price now also, where was it at the beginning, and how much profit has been made so far. Let me just open an Excel sheet and share that as well. Give me a second. Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to put the numbers here. So the starting price, this coin was 251 as we just saw. And then the lowest point, lowest price was 72.4. Yeah, 72.4. And today the price is, let's talk about the total profit made. Total profit. The starting date was 3rd of April. Okay, so the total profit made, let's go back together and look at that and see how much is the profit made. Yes, here we go. So the total profit made so far is 417.74. So let me just update that on the sheet. Okay, so the capital was 8,100 USDT or US dollars. So out of this, we can just make the following equations. The total profit so far, total profit in percentage. Let's make it in percentage. We have it here in dollars, so we just divide the amount in dollars divided by the capital. So that's about 5%. Let's just make it as a percentage. Sorry, I have to minimum this open. Okay, so 5.16%. This is the profit made so far while the market is down, while the market had a drop of the lowest point. So that in percentage, the drop is basically this divided by the initial trade. Also, we have to just minus this. We have to minus the difference. This minus this. So the drop is 100, let's call it drop, market drop. Market drop 178 USDT, and that represents, divided by the initial price, 71.1%, as I just mentioned earlier, 71.16%. This is the drop of the market. Let's make it in red. So while the market have dropped about 71.16%, the bot have made 5% in profit. And one important thing is, what about the trade on the top, the trade which was open on the top? When are we going to close it? No one knows, but guess what? Eazy Bot is bringing it down. I don't know if you guys remember what was the last time number, but let's just check right now what's the average price. I remember that the initial average price was, let's put it here, initial average price for the first 4 trades on the top, it was 223, the average price. Right now, the average price was pulled down to as low as 182.82. Let's just copy this and add it to the Excel sheet so that we can make our analysis. Okay, so sorry, for the mistake. So now the average price now, what is it? We just copied it. It's 128. So that means the difference or the drop of the average price was this minus this. Sorry if I'm so fast. If you have any question, just ask me later on about those numbers. So it dropped down the average price with a value of 40 USDT or $40. How much that in percentage? We just divide this by the initial average price. So that's 18%. 18%. So again, let's summarize this. We have a trade that started at the price of 251. The market dropped by 71.16%. Right now, the price is still at 94, I think, or $95, which is still like about 60+% drop. While the market is down, this bot have made 5.16% starting from 3rd of April, and today is 27th of May. So we're talking about a month and 2 weeks, maybe, or 3 weeks. And while it's making profit in the down market, it pulled down the average price by 18%. 18%. If you guys remember last time, maybe it was 12, 2 weeks back when we had this call, it was maybe 12, 13, or maybe 15%. So during the last couple of days, it dropped until 18%. So what does that mean? Let's say if the market stays down there at the price of between 80, 90, 70, 100, and never goes back up again to the initial price of 251. We don't know when it's going to come back. So we're not just doing nothing right now. The bot is actually bringing that trade on the top. So the drop of the average price actually is a representation of dropping the trade on the top down. So in 5 or 6 weeks, it was dropped by 18%. And guess what? If the market stays at the low price as it is now and just fluctuate around that amount, it will keep on generating that small profit and bring that average price down. So another 5, 6 weeks, it brings another 18%. So another 5 weeks, this is going to be multiplied by 2 if it goes exactly the same way, right? So it's going to be 36%. And maybe another 5 weeks or 5 or 6 weeks, then this one plus another 18%. So that's going to be going to 54%. And another 5 weeks, this is if the price stays down and never goes up. So plus another 18%, just based on the history, 72%. So it just hit the lowest market price. So it comes down there, the market just fluctuates 1.5 above that, close the whole trade on profit and put back the money for you in USDT. So what will happen eventually, and I hope and I pray that the market price stays there low as it is now on the price of 90s and 80s and 70s and never go back up again. To see this trade actually closing at that price and making profit for this account. So this is eventually what's going to happen. The trade taken at the price of 251 is going to be closed at the price of maybe 60, 70, 80, 90, God knows. Whatever the price is there at that time, plus 1.5%, then close that trade with profit. The whole cycle is closed. All the profit have been realized now as USDT, the capital plus the profit. So this is about this account. We keep on monitoring the same trade and we keep on looking at it until it closes eventually. So apart from this, let me just go and make a small analysis. I'm not well prepared for this, but let's do it together now. Look at the past couple of days to see the highest trade, highest profit that was made here. And then we go to the chart and then we check why did it give more profit. I know why, but let's check it together. Let's look like, okay, look at this, for example. It's the same value of this approximately, but it made more profit. It made 2.4 instead of 1 or 0.7. So let's go and check that one. That's 40 and 40. Okay. Let's look at the time. The time it's 26th of May started at 5 p.m., 5:16 p.m. So let's go and open Binance. Okay, Binance. Guys, I'm receiving these pop-ups of new people trying to log into the account. If you can just maybe remove me from being co-host so that I can just focus on this. Okay, spot trading. So the coin was AAVE. Yeah, AAVE. Okay, let's look at spot trading. Okay, so let's get AAVE USDT. Okay, what's the time that we're looking for? We're looking at this trade, started at 5:16, 5:16, 5 p.m. or 5 p.m., 16 minutes, okay. Let's go for that. Let's look at for maybe 1 hour candle. Make it big. And trader view, okay. Okay. So okay, we're looking at 26 and 5 p.m. 5 p.m. is 17. Yes, it's somewhere here. Let me just increase, make it 15 minutes instead of 1 hour just to have it more clear. Okay. Okay, 5:15. Okay, let me just get the info line so that we can draw. 5:15 at what price? Yes, at the price of 94. Okay, price of 94. If you look at the time, it's at the bottom of the screen. Now it's 4:45. Okay, 5, then 5:15. It started somewhere. Yeah, 5:15. So it's in this candle. So the trade started at 94 at this point. And then again, what happened is that the market jumped really high. That's why it gave more profit. So it waited for the market to reach to the highest point. Let me see, where was the closing point on Eazy Bot side? Yes, that it closed at 5:32 at the price of 96.7. 96.7. 6.7 and 5:32. 6, I'm looking at the bottom. Okay, so it hit here and then it went down. Six, 7. Okay, so it's here. It's this green candle here. This is where it is. Let me just make it bigger. Time, we'll make it, instead of 15 minutes, we have 5 minutes. Okay, I think 5 minutes should be good enough. Okay, let's get back to the line that we just made. Yes, so it started here at the price of 94, look at the right-hand side, and it closed at here, the market 96.7. So I'm just dragging too many windows around, so exact time, okay. Let's go back and see in Eazy Bot. Yes, so this is the trade that we're talking about here. Started at 5:16 and then closed at 5:32 p.m. Like within the span of like 15 minutes, it opened and closed the trade because the market was moving really high. It jumped on a green candle to the top. That's why the profit was kind of a high compared to the other trades here. Look at this. This is here just 0.7, but this is 2.4, more than double. It's just because of this kind of move. So the market went high here, hit to the top of this candle, and then went down, retraced, and then closed here because of this green candle. So this is a graphical representation of how Eazy Bot is working. It waits for the market. If the market is shooting high, it waits for it to reach to the highest point. So in this case, it's here. This is the highest point, and then retraced down by the 0.5%. Here, this is the top of the candle, and then went down, and then probably took another trade here, and then closed it somewhere at this place. So that's it. Any questions about whatever I covered so far?
Okay, we have Ronaldo with his hand up.
Thank you. Before we jump into Ronaldo, Mohammed, I just want to say thank you again for going through that with us. For those of you who are guests on the call, just a quick reminder that this is a deep dive into the technology behind Eazy Bot. It's not required that you understand any of what we just went through. The beauty of Eazy Bot is that you don't need to know or understand any of this. But also the beauty of our community is that we do calls like this so that you can, so that this can be a learning experience for you, so that as you're using Eazy Bot and getting familiar and more comfortable in the crypto space, that these kinds of calls that show you how an amazing piece of technology really does work in a live trading environment, hopefully that's beneficial for you. I'm going to say one other thing before we take questions. Now we have at Eazy Bot, we have the most amazing affiliate program. It's designed to help us to grow the company by rewarding those who share the story of Eazy Bot with others. On today's call, we're not going to touch the affiliate program at all. Today's call is focused on market insights. We've got Muhammad Ali, our CEO, that's here available to answer questions for you about the product. We have a special training call that we do for our affiliates that happens tomorrow. So join us on that call for any questions around the affiliate program. Today, if you have questions about Eazy Bot and how it functions or anything along those lines, I will be happy to take your questions. So Ronaldo, you're up first. Come on in.
Hey, good afternoon, David. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Welcome to the call.
First of all, I want to say thank you for the opportunity to speak on today's call, and great presentation to our CEO. So I haven't paid to be a part of the system just yet, right? Because I just got in today. And this is my first call actually, and it's definitely interesting. One thing I got to commend for sure is how our CEO himself came on the call and actually did the breakdown. Like, you don't see that elsewhere. So hats off to our CEO. And if I understand correctly though, right, he was breaking down the numbers, and it seemed as though it doesn't matter whether the price returns to a particular point, because the bot would always apply cover to ensure that we don't end up in a loss. Did I get that correctly? Does the cover usually cover possible loss?
Yeah, absolutely. You got it absolutely correct. Mohammed, you want to elaborate on that? Oh, I think Mohammed needs permission to unmute somebody. There you go. It should be good.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good question and a good comment here. Well, what happens is that the bot, in simple way of explaining it, the bot is buying as the market goes down. It's buying let's put it this way. The strategy is being made that so that it covers down up to more than 50%. It would be, the minimum is like 51%, but maximum could be like 60-70% drop of the market. How? Because it doesn't take a cover immediately also. It just waits for the market to reach to the lowest and take, like the way I explained it now. When it takes profit, it waits for the market to reach to the highest point and then start retracing down, coming down a bit by 0.5%, then it takes the cover. It's exactly the reverse way when the market is going down. When the market is going down, it's not going to take cover immediately as soon as it achieves the criteria of going down by, let's say, 5% or 2% or 3%. It still waits for the market to show an intention of moving up, like 0.5% up and then take. So, because imagine if there is a bad news in the market will just go down straight. It goes straight down. Then the bot is not going to buy anything. It's going to wait for the market to stabilize and start showing an intention to move up, which is represented by the we call it cover pullback, 0.5%. coming to your question, when the market is going down, it will buy more covers and make small profit. But the magic behind this is that whatever profit that I just showed now is not the whole profit. It's 50% of the actual profit made, because the other 50% was used to offset the average trade on the top. Because on the top, at the top of the market, you have already some trades happened at the price of 251, 200 and 200 and 220 and so on. So all those trades on top are combined in an average trade. And this average trade, by using 50% of the profit, using a specific mathematical formula, it's brought down. It comes down by the time, using the small profit. It keeps on coming down, 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 until eventually what's going to happen? Either the market's going to jump high at a point of time and meet with that average price somewhere and close the whole trade and put the profit aside, or if the market doesn't go up, because we don't know, we cannot, I'm against speculation. I don't do speculations, I just use mathematics here. So I don't know when the market is going to come back. Maybe somebody knows, but I don't know. So the bot's prepared. If the market doesn't go back up again here to close this trade, instead we're using part of the profit, which is 50% of the profit made on the small trades down, to bring that average price down using a mathematical formula. So it comes down, comes down, comes down, until eventually it meets with the current market price at any point, and then close the whole trade and realize the whole profit as USDT back to your USDT. Hope this answers the question.
All right, thank you, Mohammed. We've got a couple more questions in the chat. Guys, if you have questions, I'm not in the chat, I'm sorry. If you have questions, we're gonna ask you to raise your hand and we'll call on you in order. Next up is Howie Tran, and then we've got Matt Moore. Ronaldo, you're gonna come back in with another question, and Mikhail. Guys, if you have a couple of questions, we're going to limit it to 2 questions per person. We want to honor and acknowledge Mohammed is in Dubai. Our corporate offices are in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. And so right now it's almost 10 o'clock where Mohammed is. So it's late, almost 9 o'clock where Mohammed is. So it's late his time. We really want to honor and appreciate it's Friday night. So let's make sure that we are respectful in the questions. Get to your question real quick. We're going to do 2 maximum per person. Howie Tran, you're up next.
Hello, can you hear me, David?
Yes, hear you good. Hey, Howie.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed the presentation today, and I really appreciate Mohammed to actually share this powerful information here. I basically have 2 questions for you, Mohammed. It's a number 1. Can you kind of go back to where the RV that you were showing the number earlier while you're doing that thing? And basically, I noticed that when you're speaking about the pullback, 1.5% as the market drop. But I also see on the thing it sell 2 things simultaneously. So I'm kind of curious, 1.5% are still working on that, or am I missing on something?
Okay, that's a really good question. So what you are saying that you saw that the bot have sold 2 trades at the same time, right? 2 covers at the same time. Okay, this is basically because, okay, let's take this. Now you have, let me draw. I love drawing, so let me just open the whiteboard if you don't mind. Okay, let me put the chart, the famous chart that I always do. Okay, so this is our trading chart. Now let's draw the market. Put it in green, even though it's down, but let's do it this way. Okay, so imagine this kind of move, and we have a cover here, which was taken at this point. Let me just put it in a different color. Yeah, there's a trade taken here. Okay, 1 cover, and then the market kept on moving down. Let me put the color again to blue, green. Okay, so it took a trade here. This is cover, right? And it went down here, and it took another cover at this point. Are you with me, Howard?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, perfect. So the selling point for the cover on the top is somewhere here, so 1.5% above it. correct? Let's say somewhere here. And the selling point for this cover here is somewhere here, above it by 1.5%. Okay? But you saw both of them sold at the same time. So what happened here? I didn't see the details, but I'm sure that this is what happened because this is how it's programmed. Here we had a jump. So the market came here, but it did not retrace, right? It did not make the retracement of 0.5%. So what happened? The market just kept on moving up. So it reached to a selling point for this cover down here. Let's call this 1, and this is 2. So cover 1 is in selling position. So the bot is now ready to sell, but it did not sell yet because it did not achieve the retracement. So the market went up, kept on moving up, and it reached to this selling point of the other cover. And it kept on moving up. And then at this point here, it made the retracement. So now we have 2 covers in the system. 1 and 2 has to be sold. Both of them have achieved the criteria of jumping up. The market went above them by 1.5%, and we had the retracement of more than 0.5%. And this is the point where it sells 2 covers. And it could be 3, 4 covers at the same time. That's very possible. That means the market went up and covered all the 3 covers or the 2 covers. Hope this answers your question.
Yeah, I think that you did. So basically, what I saw is the 1.5% pullback is still active still, right? Because the numbers.
The pullback is 0.5%, 0.5%, which is here to take the cover. The retracement is 0.5% as well, 0.5%. It's still working, yeah. But if the market is in a position to sell more than 1 cover, it will sell because both of them will make profit. Yes, the higher one will make more, the lower one will make more profit because it went higher than this one. But this will make lesser profit, but at least it achieved the criteria of moving up by more than 1.5% and above.
Got you. Okay, that is answer my question right there. And also, I know this question is actually I came up quite a few times in the past and everything, but I myself still not really clear on this. The point is basically that how you bring the average price down. And I noticed that whatever we sell, we actually split off the 50%, 50%. The first 50% go towards to yourself as a person, and also there another 50% of the amount, whatever you're making, it will put it back into the places where you bring the average down. So I'm kind of curious, the 50% put back, where do you put the money to?
Okay, just give me your full focus for the next 2 minutes, and I'm sure that you will get it. Okay, now what do we have on the top of the market? Now, what the bot have done is basically it buys in intervals, right? There is initial order here, there is another cover here, there is another cover taken here, another cover taken here, and there is another cover taken here. So what's the cover? The cover is basically a USDT amount spent to buy some coins, right? Simple. So at each point here on the first 3 trades, 3 covers and initial trade, it takes the average price. So the average price is clear to you, or you want me to explain it? Are you there?
Keep going, Mohammed. Yeah, I think Howie got muted, but you can keep going.
No problem. Okay, so these 4 trades on the top have an average price here. So the average price is basically the break-even points. It's where if we sell all these 4 orders, we get our money back. So what did we do when we made these orders or these covers? Cover 0, cover 1, cover 2, cover 3. We basically bought coins at different prices of the market. Let's say the total amount of coins that we purchased here at all of these 1, 2, 3, 4 orders, the combined one is 0.5 coins. Okay, and how much money did we spend in all of these times to buy coins? Let's say it's $300 or 300 USDT. Okay, so accordingly, our average price or our break-even point here is the price point where we can recover our full 300 back. This is our break-even because we spent 300 comes back at the break-even point. So break-even point, the formula is that the amount of USDT we spent divided by the number of coins. As per this, it's $300 divided by 0.5, that's 600 is the average price. This is my break even. So the price has to come to 600. So when I can sell and bring my money back. So obviously it have to go above that by 1.5% to make me profit. So how do we use the average price, the independent covers or the covers at the down of the market to bring that average price down? Let's focus on the three items here, the three variables. We have amount of USDT on the top on that average price. We have money spent, we have number of coins, and we have the average price. So our target here is to bring the average price down. That means reducing the 600. So to be able to reduce the 600, we have to reduce one of the two, either the number of coins that we have in our hand or reduce the USDT. So the way we do it is that we reduce the USDT using the profit. Let's say you have a trade down here. Let me draw the market one more time. Market went down, 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 and here at a point of time there is an independent cover trade happened, and this trade made a profit of, let's say, $2. But profit of $2. So what the system is doing is taking 50% of that as immediate profit, and that are the numbers that I just showed you now: $1, 2.5, 0.7. So let's say this is, in this case, it's $1, 1 USDT taken as profit. Just name it here. This is profit. And another $1, which is 50% of the profit, is used to offset the average price or to bring it down, in other words. So this here goes up and gets reduced from the 300. So our new amount of USDT for this average price is 300 minus 1. So 300 minus 1 is equal to 299. Number of coins remain the same. Remember, this is a spot trading. We buy coins at the market price, so we're not using leverage trading. We're not losing our money. We're just saving coins, right? So we have this still 0.5 coins available with us, so this doesn't change, 0.5 coins. So what else is going to change is the average price using exactly the same formula. It was 300 divided by 0.5, 600. Now the 300 becomes 299. Number of coins are the same. 299 divided by 0.5 is 598. So what just happened is that we move the average price a little bit, $2 down. Another trade happened, it moves more. Another trade happened, it moves more. Another trade happened, it moves more. Until it eventually meets with the current market price plus 1.5% and close the whole trade and give you the whole profit. I hope this explains well.
All right. Mohammed, you're a master on the whiteboard thing. Thank you for that really thorough explanation. We've got another number of hands up. Matt Moore, you're up next, and then Mikhail Mattis, you're coming in next. All right. Matt, you should be able to unmute yourself.
Okay. My unfortunate experience with bot trading in the past has had to do with exorbitant amounts of drawdown to the place where it just absolutely could not recover and you end up blowing your account. So I'm interested to find out what kind of safety mechanisms are built into this that guarantee that such a thing wouldn't happen.
Okay, let me get the whiteboard one more time. Okay, let me clear that. Okay. The way we explained it, the way we designed the bot or the strategy, you can, by the way, customize the strategy the way you want. And there are covers to be taken at specific points of time. Like when the market drops minus 2%, it takes one time. When it drops minus 5%, another 5% from the previous cover, it takes two times the initial order. If it drops another minus 8%, it goes 4 times the initial order. But the good thing is that it doesn't take the cover until the market shows a pullback. A pullback means, let's say this is the next cover, is at this price minus 5%, for example, just as an example. So when the market comes down and hit this point, it's not going to buy the cover immediately. It's going to wait for the market to pull back. Pull back, that means shows an intention of moving up by 0.5%. This is also customizable. If you are skeptical and you still want to have more assurance that the market is going up, you can increase this value. Instead of 0.5%, you can make it 1%. So in this case, if it doesn't go up by 1% above the lowest market price, it's not going to buy anything. And that basically shows kind of stability. So what happens? Using the cover pullback is helping that in case, let's say, you enter into a trade right now, and this coin somehow got some bad news from somewhere that the market's going down. Many people started selling the coin, and the price really suddenly jumped down. What's going to happen in Eazy Bot? Or if you have put on your pullback, if you have your pullback switch on. So the market is going to drop like this, right? We have seen it many times dropping like this, straight down without having any movement up, because many people are buying at the same time because of the bad news, because whatever the reason is. So at this point of time, the bot's not going to buy any covers because the market did not show any intention of moving up. So only at the point when the market start pulling back, start moving up by a specific percentage that you decide, it will only start buying at this point when the market is stable. So you're saving all of this area here, not buying anything in the market because the market was showing just moving down without any kind of pullback or retracement or trying to move back up. I hope this gives you the answer.
What a refreshing call that was. So I'll ask you a question. When is the last time you were on a 2-hour call in the cryptocurrency space and there wasn't a single mention of a compensation plan or a rewards plan, with the CEO being fully transparent, pulling back the curtain, revealing to you the inner workings of the product? Extremely refreshing, extremely powerful. Now, everything that you just learned, some of you on this call, it's your first exposure to Eazy Bot. It's your first time seeing it. And you may have felt like you were drinking from a fire hose. So relax, take a deep breath. Everything that you've just learned, whatever side of the spectrum you may fall on, whether it's a complete novice, a complete beginner, or you're a seasoned veteran that's battle hardened in the markets with serious discipline and you're a pro trader, or anywhere in between on that spectrum, you're in the right place, because Eazy Bot is a couple of clicks, you get this bot going. Me and my business partner put this bot running on the 3rd of April, and we have not touched it since. But if you are to dive deep, to build your confidence and belief in this product, who better to learn from than the mind behind the software itself, that is constantly on a mission to constantly innovate, improve, and enhance this strategy so that we can all profit for years to come. And just like Michael said, isn't it amazing that you'll always have one Ponzi-preneur in the group that posts their link into the chat trying to get you into their fast cash crypto casino. But we are here for the long term. This project, you stay in control of your funds. Look at Matt Moore, you were on this call, you asked a question, and I think a light bulb moment needs to go off for people. I'm not going to make any assumptions, but maybe you came from perhaps Forex trading. You've used algorithmic trading softwares, expert advisors. You've used leverage, you're used to drawdown, and you get a margin call and blow your trading account. All that we're doing here is strategically purchasing cryptocurrency. If you go into your crypto exchange, you'll see you've less USDT or less of whatever stable coin you're using as more come online. And you've purchased Aave, or you've purchased Solana or Uniswap. That's all we're doing here. Now, you may experience a decline in the current market value of a particular cryptocurrency. But with Eazy Bot, it does not matter if the market ever goes back up. This bot is mathematically calculated. This bot is not analyzing the price charts and trying to speculate on whether it's going to go up or down. It just is able to cover the market no matter what the market decides to do. If it goes down and the value of that crypto declines, it's able to pull its way out while making you profits all along the way. 50% of it, as Mohammed clearly explained, the other 50% is going to pull down that price. So either way, it doesn't matter. You can't blow an account. Even the word trading can be misleading. We're just buying and selling cryptocurrency back into a stable coin. So it's extremely powerful. Worst case scenario, you're left holding the top 30 coins in the world right now in terms of market capitalization, which is what most beginners do in the cryptocurrency space anyway, whereas we're making money along the way. And we're just getting warmed up here, guys. You can see the transparency, the visibility of this project, incredible servant leadership, transparent ownership. So if you're watching this right now, it's your first time to see Eazy Bot, make sure that you get back to whoever shared this with you. Get plugged in, get started. If you're currently trading a couple of coins, you should have seen enough right now as a free member. You should have the confidence and the belief to upgrade, to advance, to VIP, to diversify, because that's the key. Some of you saw Tron right inside that 80K account. Well, Tron gives you a glimpse at the future. Tron is what it's going to look like when the crypto bull run comes back. That did 11 to 12%, because if you look at the price action of that coin over the last 6 weeks, the price action was behaving similar to what you would see in a crypto bull run. So right now, to be profiting, we have tested many crypto bots. Everyone's a genius in a bull market, but when the market is going down, that's what really separates the wheat from the chaff. That's where you get to see the solid strategies. And this bot is positioned to profit in either direction. So to be still making 3, 5, 7% on coins right now in this bloodbath crypto winter, it's extremely powerful. So get positioned, get locked in, upgrade your membership, get back to the person who shared this with you, and put your money going in something solid that you have control of, that's here for the long term and that's sustainable. Pleasure to meet you all. Can't wait to see you on the next call. If you're a leader and a builder and someone with influence, make sure that you join us on tomorrow's business builder call. Get plugged in, share the vision. We have a very lucrative rewards plan, a peer-to-peer model that can allow you to share this with others. It's completely optional, but when you find something that works, it's your ethical and moral obligation to help as many people as you can, and that's what we have here. Thank you very much for your time and attention, and be sure to share this recording with anybody that missed this call. Thank you, David and Mohammed. Always a pleasure. Talk to everyone soon.
Thanks.